good evening. As always, we are just outside of Boston, Massachusetts, and this is Just a Concerned Citizen with the Massalorian, and we are about to go live with all of you right now. I'm hoping you guys can hear me right now. It says that we're live, so, and I see a chat up, so we're good. I see a few things coming down. There we go. Oh, that's right, Tony. I thought you went to go see Hypnotize tonight. That's right. You saw. That's right. Okay. I did see the clip. Good film? Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess you saw the movie the night before. All right, that's good news. I was just looking at the numbers a couple minutes ago before I came on. They're going to come a little under estimates. Unless tomorrow they make up a lot of ground. But it is what it is. Lucy, what's up, darling? Gorilla Gardner, good evening. Free Kekistan, how you doing tonight? Rivok 489. Manuel, good evening. Lucy, how you doing tonight? It's super late. I'm not expecting a lot of people to get this. I just put it up like, what, 20 minutes ago? But it's like Panic at the Disco about the postcard. So I'm like, all right, I'll just come on and see if anyone's talking about them, what they're saying. I don't know if the chat's working right now. Hopefully you guys can see it up. All right, there we go. Some people coming in. Smith, good evening, man. What's going on, bro? G Immortal, what's up, my friend? Sorry, this is really late, but it was one hell of a night, I gotta say. By the way, I gotta say this before I get too far into the video, in case they watch it tomorrow. To Ty and John, two guys tonight that helped me out immensely. Just want to say thank you very much for doing that. And hopefully you see this tomorrow or tonight, whatever, soon. But I appreciate you guys very much. Two good guys. Tony DENARO, heard Disney just allocated new $80 million to Mermaid advertising. They're going to have to make back, to turn a profit on this movie, they're going to have to make 5 to 7 at least. So, Carl J, what's going on, man? Lucy says, I'm good, darling. Good. Good. I missed you. I didn't know where you were. 1796 Patriot, what do you know? I'm not too late this time. How you doing tonight, my friend? Lucy, yeah, I was wondering where you were, so I'm glad you're here. Pam's been MIA. I'm losing all my mods. Very hurt. All right, we got 29 people. That is low. All right, we got 29 people in the chat. Just drop a 1 if you have all your postcards as of right now. All the postcards you're supposed to have. And everyone should know how many they're supposed to have, why they have that number. Let's start with that. You haven't been getting alerts? Yeah, Lucy, everyone says that. After the last 2 videos, yeah, the last video got barely 700 views on it. No one's getting alerts. It's 87% subscribers. And the impression ratio is like 48%. So half of the people that see the video come across their queue are clicking on it. And I can't even break 1,000 views. I see lots of ones. Dr. McLovin, what's going on, man? Planet VV, good evening. Adrian Scott, what's up? Jeremiah Buck, how you doing tonight, man? Smith 0. Smith, you haven't got any cards. Okay. You're the only one. Oh, GMO, nothing from 3 brokers. 2. Gorilla Gardener says 2 accounts, 1 postcard. Okay. So, GMO, you're the only one. Oh, no, Lucy. So 3 of you guys right now haven't got any postcards. Okay. Got it. 4. CJ Shark, San Jose Shark 76. How you doing tonight? 4. Planet VW says cards don't matter. Yeah, I know. Well, I hope everyone understands that, right? If we're coming in the chat tonight, we got to start with the basics, right? That's why I don't know why this turned into a 3-ring circus all of a sudden. Jeremiah Buck says, yep. Sup, Massey? How you doing tonight, Jeremiah? You're good? You got all yours? No bueno on the card, Jeremiah? No. Okay. That's 5. So it's about like what? 60% of the chat right now has their everything they're supposed to. Some have nothing, and some have 1. Tossin Black says 1 broker, no postcard, so that's 0. Okay, so it's almost half and half, I would say. Yeah. Tony T, you got your cards? Okay. I'll know tomorrow. I have to head up to pick it to the PO box tomorrow, so I'll have a number for you guys tomorrow. 2 brokers, 1 postcard, says ESTR. Lucy, E-Trade, that's the only broker you have is E-Trade? Okay. eToro. Right now I'm getting confused. Do you have more? You have eToro, E-Trade, or both? I mean, you should have 2. S-Star says 2 brokers, 1 postcard. Not my monkeys, not my circus. 1796 Patriot. Not my monkeys, not my circus. That's great. Good line. Great line. Seriously. Christ almighty. Like, let's use your heads a little bit, right? Planet VV says most of us have more than 1 broker, so we are not 3.8 million shareholders. Well, I don't think there's any way to confirm that right now, right? There's no way to confirm that right now. There's a chance, maybe even a likelihood that number is off. 100%. 100%, right? We just don't know yet. Kersha, good morning. How are you, dear? None from E-Trade or eToro, Lucy. Okay. What are you doing in E-Trade? It's none of my business. Kersha, did you receive your cards? No, right? Because you're in Europe, right? I've seen a lot of people commenting from Europe saying they haven't gotten theirs. I wouldn't say I'm shocked. A lot of people in the continental U.S. haven't gotten them yet. And tomorrow's Memorial Day, so. Yeah. Planet VW says probably 1.8. Where are you getting that from? Are you saying half? You half of that number? Nick from Seattle says, I have AMC and Ape in 3 accounts. TD, Weeble, Moo. No postcards. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that's a regional thing, right? Because they're all coming from the same place. So that, if anyone else is from up, I wish Grandpa Barney was here. If anyone else from Nick is part of the woods, let me know if you've received nothing and have multiple brokerage accounts with AMC shares in them. Planet VV says, it's a shame that they won't count out shares in our accounts. So I wish I had time to look into that tonight. I'm trying to assume what a list would look like if it came from the judge. She's not going to have which brokerage accounts for which postcards have X amount of shares. And then on top of that, well, I guess we would get a list, right? We'd have a list. So it wouldn't be that we have to like hunt down people who aren't on YouTube. Kersha says, no, I'm still confused if we should get them. Damn it. I should have looked that up before. I wish I had more time. You guys, it was not a good night. I really apologize. It's so late, but if anyone in the chat can help Kersha out with that. Eric, good evening. Michael, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Atlas says no card yet. I'm in Weeble. Atlas, where are you in the country? You mind me asking? Carl J said used TD came Saturday. I'm just trying to see if we're getting multiple of the same. See, I don't understand why the brokerage would matter. I really don't. At the end of the day, they're all coming from the same zip code. Eric, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Tony says, I'm hoping when by the way, is there a bunch of lag and everything going on, or is the audio good? You guys hear me loud and clear? Yeah. Yeah, T, I just don't know. We'd have to, is that something that I don't think automatically she would hand that over. I'm assuming maybe the attorneys could get a chance to look at it, but then you know what the next line will be. So I think if it's not something you can download onto your own computer, forget about it. Planet VW says AMC has this data daily. Yeah, right. I mean, somewhere, but not how the shares are divvied up per se, right? That's why this is so specific. Every brokerage account that's holding AMC is getting one. Audio is good. Nice. Sweet. Okay, so Atlas, you're Orange County, California. Nick, you're up in Seattle, so that's West Coast at least. Hey, Ellie, how you doing tonight? Planet VW says if I sell shares, they know who buys them and is the new holder of those shares. If you're trading them, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that data comes through every day. Is Robinhood sending cards out? No. If you have a brokerage account with AMC shares in them with Robinhood, you should be getting a card, but not from Robinhood. Tony says some of it may depend. Hang on. Some of it may depend on when brokers sent SCS their beneficial owners list, right? Correct. That's another thing, right? So you have to factor that in. Like there's a lot of variables before people just start yelling for a share count or they were getting one or we should have one. Like, can that information be spread out without, consenting with every single shareholder? Eric says, got mine in Wisco. Okay, so you're Midwest, Eric, and you got yours. Thomas B, what's up, my friend? 8432. I'm ready. I'm fucking so ready. No postcards here in Los Angeles, says JL. Okay, again, West Coast. That doesn't shock me if they're coming from Pennsylvania, right? Tony says AMC has the list of owners only from ComputerShare. That's another thing, right? Which means they don't know 90% of us. Right. Yeah. They know the brokers, right? Mikey one says I'm on Robinhood and haven't got a card yet. So far, everybody who has chimed in has been West Coast that hasn't gotten squat. Besides Europe. But that, I'm not surprised. It's all West Coast. T, is that, do you think it's a regional thing, Tone? Tony says AMC's not sending the cards, T? I quit. Ellie says I'm in Los Angeles and got 3 postcards yesterday. Okay. Now we're talking southwest, right? Eliminated. Now everyone's like kinda NoCal up. Oh no, here we go. Smith's Texas no card. Okay, never mind. That theory's out the window. Never mind. Never mind. Eric says, no, that's not true. What's not true? No, that's not true. AA has all of our names and addresses if you are a shareholder. So if I just, well, let's see. Depends when they got the list, right? Again, Tony says, Thomas is in Texas too, and he got his 3 days ago. All right, so never mind. It's not a regional thing. Tony says Fidelity is wrong. It is in the scheduling order from the judge who is sending the cards. Eric says it's in the filings. Boy, oh boy. Did we bring the circus here? I thought we had this down pretty pat. Yeah, I mean, gee, you know I was being facetious, right? Facetious. San Diego here. Fidelity, no card, says San Jose Shark. San Jose Shark in San Diego. All right, that makes sense. Not a Kings fan? West Virginia, Jeff W. chiming in. He's got his. Thomas B says, I have held AMC shares since January 27 to 2021. 1,012 shares. That is nuts of steel, bro. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I like to hear that. Ed Backwater says, Tony is correct. Strategic claims. Now, I don't know if Ed Backwater, if that's his real last name, but we could have been infiltrated by a crisis actor. But actually, I've seen Ed Backwater many times in the chat, so I believe he is concurring with Tony. Born in San Jose Shark 76? Okay. Well, then, of course, you wouldn't be a Kings fan. Planet VW says, same, Thomas. Ed says I received a postcard from my ex. All right, now you know. Now you know Ed's a real guy. Planet VW, you and Thomas B been holding longer than me, man. From evil people come evil deeds. We will win, says Jeremiah. I hope so, man. I mean, I think karma's got to be on our side, if nothing else, right? We need like maybe like a little bit of voodoo, some Holy Spirit. I don't know. Eric says Tony went to Walgreens and got his. No fuck out of here. Floyd says approximately 2.8 million people fought in the Civil War. We, the people, are not going to stand for this criminality. Yeah, I wouldn't even. I mean, we're going back with the Civil War, but all right. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. 100%. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's as good a starting point as any. Go back to 1776 when we were getting taxed without representation in government. Funny. Doesn't it seem like that's the same shit going on right now? We're not being represented. Why would I want to face one tyrant a miles away and just to have to face 3,000 tyrants 1 mile away, right? Maybe we should have stuck with the colonies. I'm a professional says, why do people feel the need to state they received postcards? No one didn't receive 8 postcards. Nothing burger as well. Professional's got another take. I don't know if people are assuming that there's something that they aren't. I'm not quite sure. Peter Anderson, what's going on, brother? Good evening, brother. How are you? Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, to you guys too. To you guys too. All of you guys. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great holiday tomorrow. Enjoy having to wait 24 more hours for a possible delivery of your postcards. Carl J says, send positive vibes out into the universe. Manifest our destiny. Jeff W says, it's strange that you're not cutting in and out. I know, right? I know, Jeff. I swear to God, since we got the offer on the place, well, except for the other night, it's been pretty good. Tony says, problem is the clickbaiters got everyone all paranoid. I remember seeing people saying, if you don't have it by May 20th, call the judge. I'm like, whoa. Everybody slow down. Floyd says, yes, it does. Ape VW, Ape should not have voting rights. Oh, that's totally something different. I'm not talking about that Planet VW. I just want to know about the cards. Why this is turning into a circus. And make sure people understand what's going on. JL says, karma, voodoo, Holy Spirit, witchcraft is on its way. Thank you, bro. Just put it right through the camera to me. I got to make that into a drink or something. Karma, voodoo, Holy Spirit, and witchcraft. That would be a stick name for a band. What else? Karma, voodoo, Holy Spirit, witchcraft. It's a wild combination. It's a lightning bolt. And Backwater says the first civilian killed at the Boston Massacre was a black man. Right. Thank you. Yeah, great point. One of the first true patriots of this country before it was even founded was a black man. Right? Yeah, it is like history is repeating itself, isn't it? So funny. I've talked about that so many times from the book that it really is. Nick from Seattle says, no worries, Tony. Been holding since January 2021. I'm in no hurry. Yeah, people keep asking me if I'm going to sell AMC. GMO says, Mass, what's the effect of having the postcard or not regarding the upcoming court decision? And you're right. Thanks. I mean, basically, to me, this is more of like a formality that they're getting the post there. You're making sure that if you're supposed to be receiving one, you're going to get it. If not, I think CSI said earlier, like, yeah, we could always ask the judge for a list. Possibly she would hand it over to the attorneys. And then, like I said, I think everyone will want to see it, but I don't know what that does in the end game. To be honest, I don't care if I get cards or not. Just not important to me, says Smith. Yeah, man, I didn't buy AMC for any litigious reasons. I wasn't looking to get embroiled in a lawsuit. I gotta make a drive tomorrow I don't want to make, but I want to go make sure that the cards came. Tony says, the card literally just directs you to the website data that has been posted since May 5th. Peter got everything? Okay. Gorilla Gardner says it's called 50 independent countries joined by a single document. Quite the experiment, right? Yeah, it was very gutsy, right? Look, that must have been a really tough decision for those guys to make. They were putting everything on the line, especially the first couple months. Like we're talking past the Boston Massacre and, some of the smaller engagements, but like leading up to actually meeting in Philadelphia, their nerves must have been pretty racked, I bet. Jeff W says Jack Daniels delivering Tony's card. Why is Big T not on here? Says Mikey L. Honestly, bro, I just walked in the door about 20 minutes before I came on. T was at a movie. I thought at a different movie, but I was right. He was at the movies. So we just didn't hook up before I came on. It was like a last minute thing. I saw like this, like literally the chats were on fire. And I'm like, all right, I better just go on and make sure people aren't getting way out of hand confused. Carl J says Ken Griffin Voodoo Doll. That's what we need. Mikey says Jesus was black. Yes, and he's a representative in the state of Tennessee. Jeremiah Buck says, shoot, both good and evil need to team up to win against this Wall Street monopoly. Yeah, or left and right, or, you know, what you can break it down any way you want to a million different of those categories. But yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the stock market in cahoots with the government and being shielded by the mainstream media. So you have the trifecta of being able to manipulate and control a population. Gorilla Gardner says, Mass, you think the market will spry its shorts on Tuesday with the debt deal? All right, so there's a couple things with that. I've thought about that. First of all, I don't understand. I was trying to understand how it was broken down this morning. I was listening to Kevin McCarthy because the chick who was interviewing him, and this is why not trusting mainstream media now has become an issue, because I'm not sure if she was just gaslighting or if what she was saying was fucking true. And I didn't have time to get to it. So, and I picked up tomorrow, so now I gotta go to work, but it's extra money. So Hollow Hoddington says, I haven't gotten a card. Yeah, there's been quite a few people who haven't. So Hodless. Pam the Trader's in the house. There she is. All right, my girls are back. God damn. How you doing tonight, Pammy? Cursa says, Pammy, is there ever a time you're not at AMC? Planet VW says, you bought for fundamental in April of 2021, bro? No. No. In April of 2021, I saw that it was getting hyped up on social media. I saw the YouTube videos. I saw a company that was on the rebound, coming back from, you know, where they had just crushed the movie industry like 5 years in a row. Then the pandemic hit, and it's at $3 a share. And at that point, how could I lose money? No matter how many shares I bought, there's probably a good chance at some point I could capitalize on that initial investment, right? At this point now, you know, things have changed. Like, you just have to accept it is what it is. Pam says, hi, Matt. Sorry, I'm at the movies watching About My Father movie right now. How is that? Because I like the guy who's in that, Maniscalco there, the comedian. He's pretty funny. Was it funny, Pam? Like, was like Meet the Parents funny or not as good? Mike Yao says, I think if Job... Oh, and add to that, again, Planet VW, obviously, there was what happened in January with the buy button. So then that became like a, let's crush these guys and buy up all of AMC and squeeze the shorts out. So I thought there was a potential for a massive short squeeze. Like, that was a very big incentive that I had to buying the stock at that price at that time. I figured there's no way I can lose on this fucking play. Whatever I have for money right now, I was loading the boat. Lucy says the debt deal supposedly has a work requirement. That's what people keep asking me, like, to show shares or like my postcards or some shit. I would take any bet on that, any amount of or anything, if someone wants to doubt me. Lucy says the debt deal supposedly has a work requirement for people 18 to 49 years old to have to work at least 80 hours a month, from what I've read. Yeah, but even more though on top of that, Lucy, right? It's a lot. There's a lot to go through. Oh, and I have a story I have to share with you guys. Don't let me forget about the infrastructure bill. Someone can remind me about that. And I did get time to download one video clip I want to play. I'm worried about if everyone's saying it's sounding really good and looking really good. I'm worried about losing the quality. Peter says, "Mass, you're 100." Oh, it sounds good. Yeah, man, everything's going smooth right now, so I don't want to mess with the juju. Touche, Pam. Two champagne. And it says, I saw large volume and strong price movement and trade. Yeah, all those things, right? I mean, it was the perfect storm for a short squeeze. I just wish that I had done more due diligence. I wish I had thought about, Adam Aaron adding more shares to the float and, setting themselves up for a quicker recovery. I wasn't thinking that far down the line, so that was a mistake. Secondly, I didn't realize they had those 20 million shares on hand to drop the first 3 days in June. And that's my own fault for not looking hard enough. Because make no mistake, and I truly believe this, if the next day on June 3rd, if we had crossed the 3-digit mark, I truly believe we were off to the races. I mean, at least for a while. It would have taken a couple days for them to get their shit together. Put it that way. Pam says Sebastian is hilarious. Yeah, he's fucking funny. He's good shit. Planet BW says, now you're going to lose. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't sold yet, so I haven't lost. But I have no idea what's going to happen now. What I felt about this play in April of 2021 is not the same way I feel about it today. But there's a million different ways this could play out that we could all still get tremendously paid well. I have no... It does not take much to move this stock. They've just had so much time now to fucking wiggle their way out of this. And no one's enforcing any type of... I mean, come on. Let's be serious now. Pam says, love watching him on stage. He's funny. You're still watching the movie. All right. Get out of here. What are you doing? I don't need anyone modding right now. There's like 20 people in here. Go watch your movie. Yeah, JL, he's really funny. He's really funny. His shit's hilarious. The way he talks about like people at the airport and aren't they embarrassed going to the airport in their pajamas? Bringing a grilled Caesars in Las Vegas. That's just funny. Planet VW says AA never once talks about his plan of debt or dividend after reverse split. Well, he can't start talking dividend until we can turn a profit. So I'm not really looking for that. But he hasn't really talked about the plan so much as I would like him to have by now. But then again, everything keeps getting kind of pushed out, so maybe that has something to do with it. Believe me, I'm not all wrapped up in Adam Aaron's ass like everyone thinks I am. Nor Tony's. This says, if Biden and Kamala both transition to the opposite sex, they will win the next election. If not, then Trump or DeSantis will nuke them. I gotta say, I thought that the Bud Light controversy was gonna be pretty bad. I didn't realize that boycott was gonna turn like into a literal execution. This is something crazy. You've never seen anything like this before. None of us have. This is a huge brand who just absolutely demolished itself. I mean, self-imploded within a matter of 2 months. I mean, they've been around 100 years. Holy smokes. Ellie says, I love Sebastian. Saw him live in Los Angeles a few years ago. Oh, really, Ellie? He was good? Yeah, I bet he's good live. Planet VW says, so he gets real support from apes. So he gets real support from apes, not buying yes votes with apes. You think Adam Aaron's buying yes votes from apes? By what? By doing the tour and all that stuff? I guess in a way, right? Yeah, is he trying to buy our loyalty and our willingness to hold and continue to buy and promote the company and talk about it on social media and buy their products in the stores and go to their movies? Yes. I guess you could call it that. It's like it's there is a little of it. We're both kind of trying to use each other, right? It's just, I think retail was a little unprepared for how much shit they could throw at us. First of all, I think we underestimated how fast or how quickly we could take down a hedge fund company, because we saw what happened to Melvin. And I'm probably talking out of both sides of my mouth right now, but I'm just thinking back to what I was thinking at the time. That's all. Floyd says, nothing has changed but your mind. This is a short squeeze play. That is what it's always been. Yeah, I mean, Floyd, that was the number one incentive, right? Like, okay, sure, I'm probably not going to lose money if I buy in at $4 a share, but the potential to make, 1,000 percentage points was what I was hoping for. And yeah, you're right. Not much has changed. Some things have, again, and I hate to, it's just, well, you know what? T was just came back from Little Mermaid, and he said it was good. And what T, was it pretty packed? I'm just curious because I saw some of the numbers coming back domestically. They're not bad here, right? It's overseas that it broke a couple $1 million. Barely, I don't even think 2.5. And they were showing like comparisons between Aladdin's opening weekend, the Aladdin remake, the live action, and this. It's not even close. Mikey says Josephine Biden and Cam Harris. I'm a professional says Floyd, that is a ridiculous statement. Plenty have changed in 2 years. I think he means the conviction and what we expect from this. I'm professional. I could be wrong, but I think that's what Floyd's trying to say. Planet VW says, love your effort and show very resilient. Much respect, Mass. Thanks, man. Most of us are all in the same boat. We've all been in this fucking thing for how long now? So we're all going through the same sets of emotions. I'm trying to figure out who's trying to fuck me. I'm trying to figure out who on YouTube can I fucking trust. Who really owns shares? Who doesn't? The only thing, I don't have those thoughts. I'm just a fucking regular guy like you guys. Diaz says, holy shit. Diaz, what's up, bro? Dude, that's 3 mods tonight. Love it. Thank you, mods. Diaz, what's up, bro? Ellie says they also underestimated how long we would hold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ellie. Right. Yep. Diaz says, still here, kids. Okay, back to the movie, Pam. Get out of here. Iron Vessel says, Diaz is alive. Come on, bro. Yes, of course. Broke Ape, what's up, brother? Says Proud Ape over here. What's up, folks? How you doing tonight, Broke Ape? Proud Ape and Broke Ape. Very much so, Rusty. Good to see you, man. Lucy says the WF forces the big lenders. Oh, let me play that clip, Lucy, now that you said that. Hold on. See if I can pull it. Oh, should I do this? I'm nervous. Let me just get through the comments real quick, and then I'll see if I can play it. The World Economic forces the big lenders for the large companies to conform. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. I have a little clip you guys see. Kirsha, good evening. I hope I said hi to you already. Tony says we were at the last screening last night, half full theater. Last screening of the night. What time was that at, T? Like 11, 11:30? Planet VW says, Tony, people are voting yes because they have that vision of clearing debt and eventually a dividend. Or they're worried, or people are voting yes because they're worried about AMC running out of money quicker than they can be saved. I don't know. I don't know what people's reasons are. Diaz says, hey, KK. Kathleen Kennedy's in here? You got to be kidding me. I blame her for half of this. Gorilla Gardner says LSD is on point. What did LSD say? I must have missed it. Prometheus, what's up, bro? That's 4 mods. Can we get 5? What's going on, brother? You working tonight? Good man, good man. Excellent. Good to hear. Make that money, kid. Peter Anderson says, Mass, what's your thoughts on the Ursa objection filed with the court? Peter, wrong guy to ask. I am not an attorney. That, to me, I thought it was going to do something with the constellation. I will lead you up Schitt's Creek with no paddle if I try to answer that. LSD is me, says Lucy, and this guy with diamonds. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now. But Peter, I'll look it up. If you want to give me a quick breakdown of what it is specifically, and what your question, or yeah, I guess if you can break it down for me so I would know to be able to answer you. Tony says 8:45 show start. That's the last showing of the night, T? 8:45 p.m. Oh, but it's like a holiday weekend. That seems early. So we got out there at 11:30 p.m. No kids that late. Was all adults. Really? No kids that late at 8:45 p.m.? Oh, I guess I never went to the movies that late when I was younger. Yeah, I don't think I would have been out till 11:30. Maybe they'll want a non-school night. I don't know. Do you think that's good or bad, Tony? Planet VW says, with all the movies, credit cards, and popcorn, yeah, they are sinking fast. Well, there's some serious problems, right? I mean, I think a lot of people were blindsided about how poorly Disney was going to do after the pandemic. Okay. I think that plays into this a little bit. It may be a tiniest percentage, but it's definitely a factor. Definitely a factor. LSD. Peter says, say no to DeSantis. He's Kenny G's errand boy. They're all each other's errands boys. Peter, I mean, to be honest, man, the one person that was not establishment, I mean, even though he was kind of, but he wasn't DC establishment, was the game show host. It is what it is. Diaz says, yes, Peter, 100%. All in AMC, how you doing tonight? It says, can we still object to settlement without the postcard? I'm sure you could prove another way, all in AMC, that you have shares in X amount of accounts, pull paperwork or documentation showing that, and I'm sure they would let. I think. I'm just not good with the legal stuff. I would hate to tell you that, and then all of a sudden, you just count on doing that, and it doesn't happen. Ellie says yes, though. Ellie, Thomas says, I have no postcards. Thomas, where are you in the country? Peter says, I think AMC will be the first company. Oh, AMC will be the first company if this works out that will have 3 active options chains. One more time. I think AMC will be the first company if this works out that will have 3 active options. Has that happened before? Yeah, that seems like that might be a one-off for sure. I'm not positive, but that could be a first. If the Celtics win tomorrow night, that will be the first time ever. My buddy keeps saying, Johnny, it's never going to happen. Never happened. Never happens. Never happened before. I'm like, there's got to be that team that does it the first time. I'm Professional. It says Diaz lives in Mar-a-Lago. Inside the structure? The fence line? Diaz? Kidding me. I'm still waiting to see what Thomas said he's from. All right, let me close this. Okay. I'm going to try to put this up so you guys can see it. And just so you know, this is Larry Fink speaking. In one sec.
You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year. It's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said.
How do you force change, though? I mean, Larry, BlackRock has really been in the forefront of the ESG movement within corporate governance and a real leader. And yet change is so slow. So what is, and Ken as well, how do you force change when it is so incremental and so gradual? How do you do something more radical? Have you thought about that? Has the board of American Express thought about more radical things we could do to enhance diversity and inclusion?
Because it has to be imbued in the culture of a firm. It has to be talked about, it has to be shown. Behaviors across the entire firm in every region have to be similar. And every citizen of the firm has to understand what is acceptable behaviors and what are unacceptable behaviors.
Were you guys able to catch that? Jeremiah says no to RS here. Planet VW says good night. Voted no to RS. Planet VW, have a good night, man. Getting back to ESG scores and the whole thing we're seeing go down right now. Just remember who is the biggest caretaker for Disney. Who's the biggest shareholder in Disney? BlackRock, right? So I don't know if you're going to see an end to this anytime soon. Because if they were to change course now, as you saw just happen with Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch, they got their stock downgraded and also they got hit on their ESG score, right? And he is very clearly telling you they are manipulating these companies. I mean, I don't know how else to explain what he just said other than that, right? Thomas Bagwell says, I'm in California. Yeah, there were a lot of people tonight, Thomas, from West Coast who said they hadn't received theirs yet. which if you just think about it, like region, as far as geographically, if they're coming from Pennsylvania and again, they're postcards, it's unlikely you guys would be the last to get them, possibly even, on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I can't say for sure. 1796 Patriot says, I'd rather hear what Larry Flint has to say, right? Our professional says you must learn acceptable behavior, carrot or the stick. Gorilla Gardner says just history repeating itself. Planet VW says XRP to the moon. Yeah, that's something I was just talking about that earlier tonight. I got to look into XRP. On the float, what's good, bro? Hey, listen, I'm sorry if I don't even know if did I text? No, I didn't. I didn't send you an email today. The night was crazy. I didn't get in till like 20 minutes before I came on tonight. So my apologies. I was gonna work on a video for a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? I don't have time to do anything. I just gotta get on live. So I will reach out to you tomorrow. But I did pick up work tomorrow, so it won't be till later. Just so you know, I'm not putting that off or ignoring you. My ESG score is negative 47. Says I'm a professional. Mine's got to be negative 100. Peter Anderson says the hedge fund that also added on and are objecting to the split. Jeremiah says Silicon Valley here, Cali. Yeah, so it's there are a few West Coast guys out there who did not get theirs. Our professional says someone tell A to get AMC's ESG score up, then the stock will rise. Maybe that's what we need, huh? Mass no Tony no Mass is like peanut butter, no jelly. Yeah, I know. I didn't get a chance to. He was at the movies while I was trying to get home. He was at the movie, so we just didn't connect before I came on. It was literally, I put up the thumbnail 20 minutes before I came on. I know. It's no bueno. Captain Brian says, so is this live and Adam Aaron ass kissing or hold on. So is this live and Adam Aaron ass kissing or have you all realized that an RS conversion is a squeeze killer? Possibly it could be. A lot of things could have been squeeze killers. Already it happened. I don't know. This could be another. Or not. I don't know. Brian. The only ass I will ever kiss going forward in this life is Lizzo, so. You can take that to the bank. BrokeRagees says, Mass, thoughts on the debt ceiling agreement? So I did try to talk about this in the live stream the other night. And then I tried to listen to Kevin McCarthy this morning on Good Morning America. And I don't know if, again, this is the problem with the mainstream media. Because I don't know if he was being gaslit or if he was using fucking political word salad. And I didn't have time to break it down. Like I said, it was a crazy day. So, I can't tell if we got shafted or not, or if they actually held out for something better, or if it's just more of the same. To me, the wording sounds a lot more of the same. Like, we didn't really get everything that they hoped they were getting for. But then again, for 4 months, they was saying there was no negotiations. So, again, is that a win? I don't know. Not sure. Floyd says, I agree. It will kill the squeeze. It will definitely put the brakes on it, right? No doubt about that. For damn sure. Yuka Frida, that's 5. Thank you, Yuka. That's 5 mods in the chat tonight. I got the magic number I wanted. How you doing tonight, Yuka? Kiwi girl, how you doing tonight? That's a lot of ass kissing, Mass. Hope you have strong lips. I got a tongue that's built like a surfboard. That's all that matters. I just might need to put like an ankle leash on if I'm using it. Kiwi girl, how you doing tonight? Is that a strawberry, Lucy, or a peach? Diaz says OTF in the hizzy. Atlas says it will kill the MOS, maybe not the squeeze. That's a possibility too, right? We could still squeeze. It just is not going to be what probably a lot of us were hoping for. That's definitely a possibility. Peter says it's not your night tonight, Massalorian. Play the video. Everything will be fine. Look, man, I am not to try to break this play down right now and tell you guys what's going to happen would be very disingenuous of me. Because I don't know. I'm speculating just like everyone else. In April of 2021, I had a legit plan. Right now, I'm living day to day. Just trying to hang on. Oh, and the float says political word salad. It probably was. I mean, Kevin McCarthy is just more of the same, right? I'm sure it was. Chris Burns says, I feel like the market learned their lesson from GME. I'm starting to lose hope, but hell with it. It's only money, right? I'll hold to zero. Yeah, and the stock's not going to zero, right? So, I mean, I'm just not in a huge rush to sell right now. If I had pressing issues on me, then I might be looking to like, all right, maybe I just get out but I can't wait to see how this thing happens. You know, because if someone had told me back in April of 2021, this stock was going $72, I would have said, oh yeah, definitely, it has the potential to do that. 100%. Right? When, you know, it was kind of a bad line to try to get back up to $8 again. Now I have to think, can that same stock, to see numbers that people I think are expecting, you know, it's got to do, the squeeze on it has to be like 15x. I mean, not to get made whole, but for at least some of us to walk away with some money, like, what else are we doing here? Jeremiah says, I agree. RS is no bueno. Look, historically, I don't know who's telling you guys that a reverse split is normally good. I don't know what fucking channels you guys are watching. Of course, we all understand that. It's, you know, what is controllable right now? Why do I want to give up 90? Oh, man. You know what? It's really late. It's getting 1:45. And I don't want to. I'm probably really tired. I am really tired right now, I swear. I just wanted to come on and make sure that you guys knew, you know, everything seems like it's getting its way out. Like, I think a couple more days for the postcards. And then, yeah, by Wednesday, just forget about tomorrow. It's a holiday. I don't believe there's postal service delivery tomorrow. So by Tuesday or Wednesday, if you don't have all the cards for all the brokerage accounts that you hold AMC in, let's get that conversation going. I saw a lot of people saying like they got 6 postcards, blah blah, and I asked some people like, "Can I have some screenshots?" Or I didn't get an answer from anyone. It's like, sometimes I don't know, but I'm out here just doing my thing, right? Rivdoc 49, how you doing tonight? Good, Yuka. Yuka says doing well. Good, man. I know sometimes you say you like to stay away from the drizzy, so. Atlas says, of course, the squeeze could be $30. I hope not. We own the float RS or not, period. Yeah, that's probably a given. It's a peach, Lucy? All right, I'll kiss that peach. Perfect. No hiccups, and you sound great. If a woman tries to tell you Lizzo is beautiful, tell her she reminds you of Lizzo. Peter Anderson says, "What do you think is?" They are using ESG scores, and they are using that to not just change. Not they're using that to Trojan horse in social change. I think they want conformity across the country. They want us all living hand to mouth. They don't want a middle class anymore. So the more they can do to push out division, the more we will stay divided and continue to fight amongst ourselves instead of the elite. That's what I think. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but just look back at history, how things have gone down. What caused people to rise up against their government? I'm just going off historical data here. Shares do the most. I want more shares, Jeremiah. Now, if I was smart, knowing the potential, and if I still believe, I might start adding my position right now, right? While we're kind of hanging around in this $5 range, $4 range. Make sure I get back to, and no one wants to spend any more money. I certainly don't want to do that. I thought I was going to be cashed out a long time ago. But I took back control of my finances, got a hold of myself and said, all right, you need to stop bringing in income again and hold on until you feel like you can't anymore, or you want to get out of the play, or whatever it is you decide you want to do. Peter says the only way is to stop buying companies that promote this stuff, full stop. Yeah, you're definitely seeing that right now, Peter, right? Like I said earlier, Bud Light is not a boycott anymore. It's a complete execution. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard Kevin O'Leary on the other day talking about it. Like, he's like, we've never seen this in the history of the economy ever. Not never. You have a brand like Bud Light that has a traditional, hardcore, loyal fan base. It is not the best beer in the world. It's not even an American company, but you did have an audience for your beer. Then you took a shit on them. Then you tried to make up for it by going extra hard the other way. Then you pissed off the left. I mean, everybody should be fired. Anyone above the delivery guys should be gone. I would clean house. Smith says, perhaps I'm shitty, but AA deserves a fail. Gorilla Goddess bless me with many chickens. I think that's voodoo. By the way, what about if that was a whiskey brand? Whiskey brand, that would be a cool name for a whiskey brand. Diaz says, RS is never good. Thank you, Diaz. What, bro? Come on. Are you serious? Really? Wow, you're gonna hurt me like that? I'll remember. When I get my tendies, I'm don't come looking over here for a handout. Atlas says I'm hoping Tuesday. I hope you get it Tuesday too, man. Only the float says AMC calls at market open. AMC rips with debt ceiling possible agreement. I don't know. Again, I should go to bed. Doing a lot of speculating tonight. Keeper Girl says, I doubt I will get any postcards. Keeper Girl, where do you have your shares registered? Remind me again. Oh, in the float. I just I'm so sick of trying to call this play and or listen to someone else call it on what's gonna happen this week. You know? Diaz says, good to see you keep breaking that damn wheel. Oh, Diaz. Yeah, see, you know about the breaking the wheel. I had on a shirt design last during the live stream. Everyone's like, what's that? I'm like, clearly no. I was like, clearly no one ever gets to the end of my videos. 1796 Patriot says postcards don't mean a damn thing. Dan Rodriguez says no postcards in Spain yet. Dan, seems like California, like the West Coast in general, hasn't gotten them at all either. So don't be shocked that you don't have them yet in Spain. Riverlock 49 says, doing great. Lots of nerdy board games with Zelda. Would play with my friends today. Nice, man. Good. Good things. Good things. Yeah, it says bingo mass. Atlas says, good point. Kiwi Girl says, conspiracies are proving to be true. Yeah, a lot of them, yeah. Yeah, that seems to be happening on many in many ways, shapes, and forms right now, right? They're not so much conspiracies anymore. It was funny. I was watching a clip earlier from about a year ago. TYT was smearing Jimmy Dore about vax misinformation. Jank yogurt. I'm like, that guy is such a buffoon. He was like trying to nitpick that Jimmy had left one line of a sentence out of an article that had nothing to do with the context. I don't know how they still have a show or a YouTube channel or any of it. Rivlock 489 says, I've been adding to Ape. Yeah, and a lot of people think that if we don't squeeze that date, or that buying Ape is a better bet long term. Yeah, then load up on Ape. It's cheaper right now. Do what you want, man. Load up on what you want. I think I'm gonna save the article that I found earlier about that stock until tomorrow. And that bill from Congress, that thing they snuck in the infrastructure bill. But yeah, I guess I'll save that for tomorrow because it's just a lot of information. So, but someone was asking me earlier, like, what else do I have? There are some long-term holds in my portfolio, and I don't have a lot, right? AMC is my big position. I have like a couple smaller positions, and some stuff that I traded 7-8 months ago on Fidelity. But there was one thing that caught my eye in the last like week or so. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. Lucy says it's all because of the bankers. Federal Reserve, it's all of them. Lizzo is cuteness. That's what it is. It's a moth. I kept thinking I was seeing something move out of my peripheral vision. It's just a moth. Lizzo is diabetic. Oh my God. Peter said, you better have a tongue belt like kryptonite. I know, right? Diaz says, only a matter of time. Yeah, we're going to get to the bottom of this. This is going to come to an end at some point. Make no mistake. I just hope we're on the right side of history. Lucy says, they want people to boycott so that people that work there lose their jobs because more people and cause more people to be unemployed. I mean, that's not even really a conspiracy theory, right? Jerome Powell clearly has said the economy is way too hot right now. So what's it now? 50 base points in 2 weeks? That's up to like 66%. Tariq, good evening. How you doing tonight? Pam says, Mask, go see this movie. I can't stop laughing. Really? It was that funny, Pam? I wasn't sure how he was going to transfer it to like the big screen, like in a movie, as far as, from stand-up. Because I like stand-up. I like the live aspect of it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorites, so. Ellie says, like the Roman Empire fell, so will the U.S. if things continue going this way, but don't fear mass. I will find you a Bulgarian wife. and you can move to Eastern Europe and live out my days in the hills, shepherding my flock. Sounds exciting. Actually, that probably wouldn't be bad, Ellie. Just put me on the side of a mountain. Give me, a couple stogies and a keg of beer and a fire. And a warm. Oh, I wouldn't. That's bad. I can't say that. Riverbuck says, I'm optimistic about RS. Tony's video opened me up to it. Small cap, yeah, it's usually bad. R cap, though not. Different story than the norm, I'd agree. Yeah, I mean, it is. Listen, everything about this is different than your normal. Trying to compare this with any other fucking play in the history of the stock market is sometimes ridiculous. Hence the here comes the circus to town thumbnail. All right, guys, it's 2 o'clock. I got to be at work in 6 hours, so I'm gonna call it a night right now. I hope no one was offended by what I said tonight, and don't take anything, take everything with a grain of salt. Halftime, I don't know what I'm talking about, especially when I'm this tired. But we're all working with what we have to work with right now, and a lot of us still care about this play, and we're trying to figure things out, and what we can do to help with the rest of the community, we will do. Sometimes the and this is more recent, right? With the divisiveness, kind of, because I feel like up till even when we went to DC, a lot's happened since then, as far as like the split of the two different ideas of what we are in right now. What is this play? So, all right, I'm gonna get some sleep, guys. Thank you to my 5 mods, Yuka. Oh wait, did I have 6? Prometheus, Yuka, Pam, Lizzie. I hope I got everybody. Yeah, and Diaz. I got everybody. Own the float. I will reach out to you, man. When I get back tomorrow. Like I said, it's gonna be late though. Yeah, thank you all guys for stopping by and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I got your back. I will do what I can to keep showing up, and even if it's fucking 2 a.m, but we're all trying to accomplish the same mission. I think to not take that into consideration with this play, what you're feeling, very unique thing that we're all kind of going with the flow right now. We're kind of rolling with the emotion of it, right? So just be nice to each other. All right, guys, love you. Have a good night.